Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at a brand new canister stove from BRS. This is a remote canister stove, the BRS 11. Let's check it out. Alright folks, welcome back. Now before we get started today, I do want to let you guys know about a sale that Thrive is having. They're having their case lot sale. They had this in October. It's 20 to 25% off select cases. You can stock up on food storage all through October 1st through the 16th. I want to put this at the start of the video so that you guys don't miss it. Sometimes I'll put this stuff at the end. People are like, okay, video's over. I want to make sure you check this out because this is an incredible deal on some awesome cases. I'm going to roll in a few pictures of some of the stuff that's on sale. Take a look. Alright, with that out of the way, I want to show you this brand new stove from BRS. This is the BRS 11. I don't think it's brand new, but it's new to me. I hadn't discovered it before. It's kind of a bit of a whirlwind type design. On the inside, you get a little bit of a vortex kind of heat tornado out of it. Now to use this stove, it's extremely simple. It does fold up into this little V-shaped pack here. Basically, you're going to be folding up the legs like that, and it just sits right in there, and you'll wrap this on the inside around. One of the neat things about this is it's got a little preheat tube, so it does get very, very hot very quick. That's your little gas preheat tube there. Now you can get adapters for this and run this on any type of stuff you want to run it on. You can run it on the 1 pound propane. You can run it on the isobutane, which we'll do today. It does, which I do like here, it has a little guard here. So stuff doesn't get in your threads and get all messy in there. That's nice if you're carrying it around in the dirt, it hits it, you know, you're not going to get all that dirt and stuff in there messing up with your threads. It does have a little bit of a piezo igniter here. Very handy and nice, easy to use, not difficult. And I do like the way it's built. If you look at the steel they use on this, this is a pretty sturdy, heavy-duty stove. I'm not sure what kind of steel that is, of course, but it does look like it's a bit of a, it feels like a heavier, better-built stove. Now the cool part about it being a little bit of a heavier, better-made stove is it's not super heavy. It's only 8.5 ounces or 240 grams. Okay, it does take up less space due to its design. The way it folds up like a little V. It is easy to store, very compact, and it definitely can boil water quickly. I did give it a test run with this. We are going to time it when we take it outside and try it out, but it definitely can boil some water very, very quickly. I really do like remote canister stoves for a couple of reasons. Number one, they keep the flammable product far away from the flame. You know, if you're sitting right on top of there and something goes wrong with your stove, basically you have a bomb underneath your stove, you know, you'll have a mess. So I do like the fact that it's nice and far away. It is very easy to use. And the cool part about it is in cold weather conditions, this can be turned upside down. You know, normally you'd have your canister here. Well, in cold weather conditions, you can take the canister and turn it upside down like that and get a little bit more out of it, and it will still keep going. It won't mess up on you. So you do have that option. Obviously, if this canister was mounted under here, you can't exactly turn the whole stove over. So it's definitely a neat little system. Very well made, very sturdy. I do like the fact that it's got some nice sturdy legs on it. It's not going to go anywhere. And the nice part about it is this doesn't cost a fortune either. I got this on Amazon for $27.99. So it's not super expensive. It's a nice, well-made stove that isn't going to break the bank on you. You do have some very sturdy pot stands here. So pretty much anything you're going to put on there will be able to hold up, from a bigger pan to a smaller type of pot. I'm going to be using this. We're going to be making our peak refuel that we got in our last battle box, sausage and gravy. This takes about a, a cup and a third of water. So I already have that in a canister, in a container over here. I just put it in here because we're going to be carrying it outside. I have a brand new isobutane fuel canister. The reason I'm using a brand new one is I want to weigh it before and after and show you how many grams of fuel this will use. So we are going to weigh this before. I'm going to dig out the scale right over here. Now, of course, it's going to weigh more than it says on the canister there. It's 230 grams of fuel. Let me zero it out. Let's put it on here. And I'm showing 366 grams, okay? You can move you in on that if you can see it. I'm not sure. 366 grams. So I want to be able to see how much fuel this uses because this has such a high, strong flame. I want to see if it sucks up your fuel or not. I'm not sure it will, but I just want to make sure that this isn't half empty by the time I boil 1 cup of water. I don't think it will be, but it's definitely a very impressive flame. One of the nice things about it is you do get that little cut. If you see the angle at which these are cut on the inside, you'll get that little bit of a vortex kind of fire in there, and it does seem to be much more windproof. You also have the ability to have the flame down in here. It's basically the gas is coming up through that hole there in the bottom, through that little hole on the inside of that the copper piece, going up through here. So this is all protected from wind on the outside. So this is fairly windproof. Now it's not extremely windy out here today. Normally in the desert here we do have some higher winds. So we're going to test it out outside. I haven't done an outside video in a while, and it's finally starting to get nice so we can get out there and test around a little bit. So let's take this outside to the back and give it a shot and see how it works. Alright, so it's been a while since I've been out here. Looks like it survived the winter well, my little outdoor camp area. Screw this puppy on here. Here we go. It's that simple. Okay, we got gas coming out. Now I do have my pot all ready. I have a cup and a third of water in here. That's what we need for the peak refuel stuff. And let's get that out of here. A little insulated holder. And this is just tap water, so there's nothing special about it. It's kind of cold. Alright, let's fire this up. Let me turn it on here. There we go. Now one of the disadvantages of doing this outside is you can't see the flame. Kind of a bummer, but that's just how it is. So let's get this on here, and I'm going to start the timer. Alright. Kind of cheating there, gave it a few extra seconds, but there we go. The timer has started. We're at 4 seconds now. And we're going to see how long it takes to boil this 1 1/3 cup of water. See if it turns up any. It's definitely a rocket. Alright, so we'll see how long this takes, and I'll bring you back and we'll cook us some biscuits with sausage gravy. Alright, we're going to stop it here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds about. We've got boiling water. We're going to turn it off. There we go. That was very, very quick. Then again, it was only a quick little half a cup of boiling water there. A cup and a third. Now pour it in here. I did open this up. This actually has biscuits in it. It'll be interesting to see how that hydrates. Let's see if I can get this over here. I made the mistake of not bringing a pair of gloves out here or something to grab this with. It's not overly hot, but it is warm. Let's dump it in there. And we will mix it around. Okay, I got my nice long spoon in here. These are awesome for, and this is made by Peak Refuel as well. These are awesome for doing these meals like this because you can really reach in there and get to the bottom of what you're doing. Okay, we're going to give that some time here. I believe it says 10 minutes. And I'm going to pack up the stuff and bring it inside. And we're going to measure how much fuel that took. We're going to see how it all came out. But for my first video out here in the little backyard area, very, very pleased with the stove so far. For those of you that haven't seen it, this is a little area I have set up here. I have a little brick rocket stove I built, and some wood, and a little area out here. Alright, so let's get this inside. While I'm setting everything back up and back inside, we'll get everything inside, we'll measure the can, and we'll try out the entree as well, because it's kind of a quick review of that too. And we'll see my final thoughts on the stove. Okay, so we're back inside. We're going to see how much fuel we used. I'm going to measure this here. I have to zero the scale out. There we go. And that is showing 357. 353. Not bad, not bad. We started at 366, that was 353. So that's not too bad. Let's do the math on it really, really quickly here. So that used 13 grams off of that from the 356. Not bad at all. Very, very efficient stove for that quick boil time. And 13 grams of fuel used. Hardly any at all. So definitely pleased with it so far. All right, we're going to wait a little bit longer for that to finish, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the stove itself. All right, so we're inside. Got the food out. In case you're wondering where these come from, this is a little compact kit that I picked up from a surplus store. Has its own little bowl, its own little cup that folds out. Got a little salt and pepper shaker, cutting board, and a little lid. It's a Swedish mess kit. So neat little kit. Figured I'd show you that. So that's really, really good, by the way. So that definitely gets a plus from me. The biscuits and the sausage and gravy heats up nicely. Really came out good. Anyway, let's get to the stove. It's got a nice compact design. It's built-in lighter, and the preheat tube will help it in colder weather. That preheat tube back there will definitely help the stove out when it's colder outside. Again, you do have the option of turning your canister upside down with this longer stove away like this. That does help it in colder weather. If you're going to be out in freezing cold weather all the time, I wouldn't recommend this stove, but if you're going to be out in cold weather once in a while, it definitely has a purpose. It does have nice rubberized legs. These are really nice. You got the rubberized bottom. Even on the paper out there, it stood strong and steady. Didn't have any kind of issues with it bouncing around or being unstable. The cup-like design and gas flow at the bottom hole makes sense. The wind can't get in, so you got the gas blow down here. The wind can't get in here and blow the flame out. It's a very good size. It's compatible with bigger or smaller pots. They stay very stable on there. That one, even though it was smaller, with all the stuff on it, of course, it's going to sit on here perfectly. But even though the pot itself was a little bit smaller, and it was kind of tipping when I took it off, it wasn't that bad, and this was on there very, very stable, so you saw that. So the only cons I can see is it's not the most powerful one, but it does the job very well, as you saw. I mean, we got a cup and a third of water boiled at 2 minutes and 49 seconds, right there. I still have it on there. So it definitely does the job. And it is a bit on the heavy side, but it's not too bad. If you're an ultralight backpacker, this probably wouldn't be what you'd choose. But for a bug-out bag or emergency gear, or even using it in your kitchen with proper ventilation, I really wouldn't complain about it. I'd say this was a pretty good choice all in all. So it's definitely a good, handy stove. Maybe backpacking when you're not worried about weight. Bug-out gear, maybe stuff in your car if it doesn't get too hot and you won't have to worry about storing this. I would never store these in my vehicle just because it gets so hot in the car in the summer. Maybe in the winter, no big deal. But in the summertime, I would rather go with the gel alcohol stuff because it doesn't get as hot and it's not going to explode if it gets too hot. That probably won't, but I don't want to take that chance. So I definitely like the stove. This is the BRS 11. Definitely a nice looking stove. I've been waiting to try this out for a while, and I decided it was time to just pick one up and try it out myself. I love the BRS line of stuff. I'm going to show you this when it folds up, how you'd fold it up. You're just going to basically wrap this around here, okay? You're going to fold in the legs, like so. And now you'll start to see why it has this design in the bag. The bag is pretty well made, no loose ends, no mess. Just pops right in there, folds up, and there you go. Nice, compact, folded up, handy little item. So all in all, I really like the stove. Seems to be a very good stove. I'm going to have me some breakfast now and try that out. I tried a little bit of it. It was really, really good. Anyway, folks, the link for it will be down below if you're interested in picking one of these up. I would definitely say for the price, that's not bad at all. BRS makes some quality gear. They make everything from those tiny, tiny little stoves that are like 25 grams up to that big one that I use, the big, huge one. So they're definitely good stuff. $27.99, can't beat it, you know, for a good remote canister stove. And I do like remote canister stoves for the reasons I mentioned before. First of all, it keeps the fuel far enough away from it, okay? And you have the option of turning it upside down if it's cold and the fuel's starting to get a little frozen or stuck or it's too cold, and this kind of helps the airflow a little bit. So you definitely get more fuel out of it. So like I said, our links are down below for this. You can check it out down there. I have it on Amazon in my store. You can check out our Amazon affiliate store below there. That's everything that I use in the channel, from cups to spoons to knives to everything. Pretty much you'll find it in my Amazon store. If you have any questions, just ask. Below that's our freeze-dry wholesaler link. Don't forget, folks, if you won yesterday, check out the video from yesterday. I did a drawing of the people that won, actually 2 days ago. I did a drawing of the people that won on the dessert drawing, and I only have my third place winner in so far. So you first and second get your emails to me with your address and phone number, and I can get those shipped out to you really quick. Below that is our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Remember, I told you we got our case sale from the 1st to the 18th. Okay, from the 1st to the 16th. Case lot sale. Basically anything you like as cases, we showed you in the beginning of the video, you can order and get a really good deal. You can save 20 to 25%. And below that is My Patriot Supply. That's preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. We have $250 off a 3-month food kit on there. So definitely check it out. We also have the 4-week kit that has some amazing savings as well. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.